Hello, it's still whatever date I said it was earlier. I think it's the 25th. Shoot. I'm charging my phone because it's it's dying. But I just got home from the Aquatic Center. That's what it's called. The Aquatic Center. Gary sent me an email. And and I told him I'm gonna go to that place where you and I met up the first time. And he's like, the Aquatic Center. I was like, that's right, the Aquatic Center. So I'll remember it now, the Aquatic Center. So I went there, and I took Van Ness all the way up because I hadn't gone up Van Ness in a while. To get there, even though it says to take Polk, but I didn't want to take Polk. I wanted to be like where the cars were, and then it never ceases to amaze me. I mean, yeah, it's because it's a new city, but it's still like everywhere I turn, there's always something new, there's always something different, and I love it. And so I'm going up, and it was definitely a different feel because the last time I went up, it was earlier in the morning, and it was a work day, so it was definitely a lot more people. And this time it wasn't. I mean, Sunday, but it was still really nice. And I get there, and it's really lovely just to see the people there, and yeah. So I'm like thinking, okay, where am I gonna find a spot? Because I wanted to pop a squat somewhere, like just, I took my picnic thing and some snacks and my book. So I found a place. So it's right next to the museum. There's these little steps up, and it looks like it's kind of taped off almost around it, but it's just this green fence thing. But the steps up, it's open for people. So I went up, and it was perfect because it was like right overseeing the people, and then because of the green little fence thing, I guess it's like a protection, I'm assuming, for people to not like fall over. It like, because I like to people watch sometimes, so, but it's happened to me where sometimes I stare a little too long, and then I get lost in my head as I'm staring at them. So I'm not really staring at them. I'm like, my eyes are just fixed on them, but in my mind I'm somewhere else. And then I realized that they're looking at me weird, so I was like, oh. So this was a perfect spot because it has that thing so people can really tell like where I'm looking. So I found that corner is perfect, and it was like the tree, like it was just the perfect amount of shade, the perfect amount of sunlight. The wind is blowing, the clouds are going by, there's boats and people swimming and people walking. So I pop a squat there. And it was so lovely, and I laid down because I was tired because it's an hour and 19-minute walk one way. So, what crazy lady would go that way instead of taking the 49? This crazy lady right here. And I thought about it too. I was just like, that's one thing I haven't tried yet. I haven't gotten on the Muni. And there's like this anxious part in me about it. And so I'm just like, oh. Like, and I saw the stops too. And even like stopped, like it drove by and it stopped right ahead of me, and I saw it's 49. I'm like, I know it's gonna take me there, but I'm like, no, Yubi, just walk. You're right, because I need to walk more, right? And this week I did a lot of sitting, especially with that presentation. It was like 3 hours of sitting straight. So I really wanted to just, I've been trying to do walking as much as I can during the week. It just makes me feel good. And I know that when I go to that area, that's like my long walk of the week, So, so I let it pass by, and then I thought, okay, maybe on the way back, just to save some time. And I saw it too. There's like a couple of times where I saw it on the other side, and I was just like, nah, just keep walking. But it was so much fun. I got to blow bubbles. That's the first time I get to blow bubbles, being here in 2 months. So it's the perfect spot because I didn't even have to blow. Like, I just lift up the little thingy, and the wind is just blowing so hard that it does it by itself. It was like so much fun to watch. And so I did that, and earthed, and read, and just people watched, and took a little nap. It was lovely. I think that's gonna be my spot now. My little spot. So I just that's all I wanted to share. I'm so excited that I got to blow bubbles today. Yeah, I got to blow bubbles and I ate my snacks, and even the walk back there's always something new. And the walk back I took a different route. Only because the other route on Folsom, so there's like a certain area, and I remember my cousin telling me about it. So it's like, this is like where like the biker crowd kind of hangs out. And so when I was walking up, I started noticing there was a lot of people, and then certain streets were closed, like where Target was, and I was just like, what's going on? I know something's going on, right? So it's like some event, and dude, I stuck out like a sore thumb. I'm wearing super pink and flowers, flowery dress, and everyone's in black. So I was just like, oh, I stick out like a sore thumb. And you know, I already had my mission of like where I was gonna go, and and then even coming back on Van Ness, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll take Van Ness all the way home to 22nd, and yeah. I decided to do that because then I was coming back around 4, and there was a lot more, like a larger crowd, like around that area, around the 12th Street, and so I was just like, okay, everyone's like still it's probably still going on, and it's probably more people, right? Because I clearly see more people on the street. And so I decided just to go down Van Ness, because I'd never been down all the way down to Van Ness. To 22nd, and I'm so grateful I did, because I saw some new things and new art too that I hadn't seen, and that's how I know that I'm getting close to home, because the Mission District, there's just wall art everywhere, and I love it. I never get tired of it. And yeah, so it was nice walk back too. The sun's going down, felt nice, and it was downhill mostly, so that's always nice, right? Yeah, that was it. I just so excited I got to blow bubbles. And then I was even laughing too. I just kept laughing about that dream last night. I just kept the pink room. Yubi, you're so funny. Alright, I need to eat. I need to work on these bird charts. And finish taking this class. It feels nice. It feels like I have new clients this week, so it's definitely picking up. And I'm grateful for that too. This week I'm at quota in terms of what I initially had wanted to start off as, just working 16 hours. So that feels good. Okay, that's it. Bye. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node. design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is, you know, great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, you know, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me. So